So everybody is talking about Ducky Bhai and how he was maltreated, mistreated in jail, and how he was slapped, how he was abused, and it was a violation of his fundamental human rights, which it was. In all fairness to Ducky Bhai, in all fairness to him, it was what happened with him, and the allegations that he leveled against that team of investigators must be those allegations must be investigated, and all the different aspects of the case, they must be brought to light. The allegations of corruption, the allegations of maltreatment, the allegations of of some hidden agenda behind his arrest. And but one must understand that it is very easy to jump the bandwagon and to say, hey, what happened with Ducky Bai was very sad and all that. True, it is very sad. We all feel sad for him, we all feel very worried for him, we all feel we all we all think that it's extremely important that what happened with him should not happen to anybody, least of all Ducky himself. And whatever happened with him must have been very difficult for his family, for his wife, for his mother and father. And it is expected that in the future he will not be troubled by these kinds of people who were after his money. Whatever the case maybe we don't know. There are still a lot of skeletons in every cupboard, so we there are still a lot of unanswered questions. But one must understand, the point that I'm trying to make by making this video is that one must understand that what happened with Ducky Bai is not new. It has been happening with every person who went to any public office for any restoration of for any address, to get any grievance addressed in any public office. They have been treated like this since as long as I can remember, since as long as anybody can remember, since as long as the country was formed. So this has been happening with everybody, with every person of from the lower middle class, from the lower class, who doesn't know anybody in the echelons of powers, who doesn't know anybody who can call for them, who doesn't know anybody who is a person of influence. If you don't know anybody, any person of influence, any person of power, in a position of power, you won't be heard in any public office. You go to any public office and you'll be treated like a scum. You'll be treated like a nobody. You'll be treated in such an undignified manner that you're gonna feel sorry for yourself, that why did I even go to that person. So the behavior of our law enforcement agencies, the behavior of people sitting in our public offices, and those behaviors, if you face them like a normal human being, you're gonna feel sorry for yourself, you're gonna feel sorry for your existence, you're gonna feel sorry that you went to those people and asked for help and asked them to address your grievance, to address your problem. They're gonna make sure that you cover at their feet, they're gonna make sure that you come back to them again and again, begging, asking them to address your concerns, but they're not going to listen. Why? Because they have been trained, they have been habituated into this kind of behavior. They like to make people come back to them again and again, so that people can come back to them, ask them for help, ask them to resolve their complaints. Why? They feel empowered. They feel empowered by making people feel powerless. So when people feel powerless, they go back to them again and again, they talk to them, they uh, circle their offices, they come back, go back to them, come back, then go back again. So it's like, it's something that has they had these people in government offices, especially in these kinds of corrupt offices, they have created for themselves this power structure in which they keep people at the receiving end. The public is always at the receiving end, and these people try to keep them at the receiving end so that they themselves feel empowered. And it is no secret that in every public office, if you don't have enough money, or if the other person knows that you have money, I mean, they ask you bluntly every time you go there that, hey, you need to do something to get your file moving, to get your concern addressed. So what has been happening with Ducky Bai is no secret. What happened with him was unfortunate, should not have happened to anybody. But it is what it is. This is what is happening. I mean, there is no law and order in Pakistan. Law works for the powerful, order works for the powerful, force works for the powerful. It doesn't work to protect the weak. It doesn't work to address the concern, the problem, the issue of the weak, the poor. If it were, we wouldn't be in such a state, where we have where we have lawlessness, where we have where we don't have peace, and where we have basic issues of legitimacy. So what has been happening in Pakistan, what happened with Ducky Bhai is unfortunate, but uh, jumping the bandwagon and pretending that this has happened for the first time, and oh, it's very sorry, it is very unfortunate, it is. But pretending that it doesn't happen to all the other people out there every day of the year, I think it's a bit, a bit too like I wouldn't, say that, hey, what happened was totally like something that hasn't happened before. It's like, okay, Ducky was just another victim. And also, the reference to that big brother who came in and helped him could have been anybody, could have been anybody who helped him. At the end of the day, who helped him, we don't know. May Allah helped him for one. But I hope that that big brother who is who helped Ducky Bhai must go and help all the other people in this kind of distress all over the country. Because it's not just about Ducky Bhai. Ducky is a famous person, has a lot of millions of followers. He has already garnered millions of views on this video as well, in which he told us what happened with him. And he's gonna make a lot of money from that. But what about those people who don't make videos, who are not that famous, who make rounds of these public offices every day and nobody hears them? What about them? What about all of these people incarcerated in jails, in under political cases, under for speaking out the truth, for standing up for justice, for standing up for poor people, for standing up for establishing law and order, and for the fair and equitable application of law in the country. So it's easy to come out in favor of one person, Ducky Bhai. I hope Ducky is all right. I hope he doesn't get embroiled in all of these cases again, and I hope he gets justice. But Big Brother, please, uh, you're not the big brother of Ducky only. You must become the big brother of all the people in the country, and you're gonna become the big brother of all the people in the country by first establishing the writ and the fair distribution, fair application, equitable application of law for anybody, without controlling the courts, without bending the law, bending the constitution, without tweaking the constitution in your favor. You must keep the spirit of the law alive, and you must make sure the justice is served as early, as quick as possible for everybody, and law is applied fairly and in an as transparent manner as possible to everybody. And yeah, you must be the big brother for everybody, not just Ducky Bhai. If you're just the big brother of Ducky Bhai, we're gonna question your motives, we are gonna question your intentions. So yeah, that's from my side. I hope you're all right, all of you, and take care. I'll come back to you again. Ta-ta.